You know what I'm loving about 2021 so far, if you're a Carlton supporter, and I'm sure and I hope this is the case internally as the players rock up for their review of the game after last night's performance against the Pies, is there is fucking nowhere, and I seriously mean it, there is fucking nowhere to hide, is there? One thing that's really shitted me across the last, say, 6 years, since we started this whole rebuild back in 2014 or wherever it was, 2015, has been this hiding behind excuses. And look, a lot of them have been valid. I'll cop that. but the poor performances followed up by, it's a lack of experience, or get 50 to 60 games into these young guys and watch them grow and look out, and overrating our, the experienced players we bring into the club. It's fucking all on the table now, isn't it? And there's nowhere to hide, and I love it. And I fucking love, this situation where now in regards to us, because as much as it pains me to see where we're currently at, I'm not hearing the bullshit anymore. I'm not hearing the bullshit. And I thought we got off easy last year. I really do. We hid behind the whole COVID hub situation. That was a team that Teague had put onto the park last year to play finals, and we failed dismally. We failed dismally last year, and we hid behind excuses. And I'm not letting this club off the hook, and neither should you, all right? So there's nowhere to hide. I'm going to start with that, all right? So I don't want to, look, anyone who's followed this channel, anyone who's followed me since I started this bloody thing, and I wanted to get this out today, so it's going to be a little bit all over the shop. Got notes here, but probably won't even use them. Anyone who's followed this will know, that I've been pretty bloody realistic. And particularly at the back end of last year, I was savage on the club. I didn't say we improved from the year before. And this is an accumulation for me, accumulation of what transpired last year, what I saw in the practice games, what I saw last week, and now this performance as well. Now, this is a long year, okay? All right, so we need to put it in some perspective. This is a long year, but for me, I think we're in a really precarious position, and a dangerous position. I'll talk about that in a minute. But what I did notice last night, and this was similar to what I noticed in the practice game against St Kilda. Don't worry about the Essendon practice game. I'm talking about the practice game against St Kilda. What I noticed from this game against Collingwood and St Kilda is there was two professional football teams playing, St Kilda and Collingwood, who were good at football, with a good game plan, AFL skilled players, strong, hard at the contest, hard-working, playing for each other, united. That's what I noticed last night. And what did that? We had the cheek to go into last night thinking we were something. We had the cheek to go in last night thinking we were something. On the back of what? On the back of last year? On the way we turned our toes up and then sat behind excuses over the pre-season. And then I noticed the stark contrast to the way we played. Disjointed, over handball. There was one passage of play. I wonder if you remember it. Was it the second quarter going down towards the City end? We had the ball on the members' side, and we went through the centre of the ground and could have just been direct. We had an open forward line. We took the ball by ridiculous handball to the far side, virtually onto the boundary line of the southern stand side, and ended up in the hands of the bloke we want the ball in the hands of, is Adam Sard, and he was pushed right against the boundary line. I think we ended up getting a goal from it just through free kick to Harry. I think it may have been Harry, but it just showed you the difference in the way this game was played. So Collingwood, to me, this is a team that's been beaten around their head all through the pre-season. Adam Treloar, racism saga, but they, on field, are a professional unit. And they looked every bit the professional unit, and they made us look absolutely like a fucking rabble. And this is us in a nutshell right now in 2021, guys. This is us in a nutshell. We want to be that professional football team, but we don't know how to do it because I don't think we are capable. I don't think we are capable. I don't think we've, one, got the cattle, and two, I don't think we've got the culture. And what I mean by that is we are too caught up. So I saw Collingwood. Okay, they've had their issues off field. But all I see from our football club, and don't get me wrong, okay, because people will take this the wrong way. I'm sure they will. Well, I got to the game last night, okay, and I know it's a fantastic cause, prostate cancer. Fuck, it's a fantastic cause and a serious health issue. But it seems to me our club is trying to be the leaders in solving the problems of the world. Whatever bloody issue there is, and they're all important issues, okay, we're at the forefront. We're at the forefront. We're talking about it, pass it all over social media. For fuck's sake, I support this football club because we play football, and last night, this is a fucking team that is not united, and people not Caroline Wilson and Kane Corns whenever they talk about this sort of stuff. But if you're telling me this is a united group and this is a group that knows what they're doing, okay, then you got fucking rocks in your head. We are disjointed. We don't play as a team. We lack true on-field leaders. Our co-captains are serial offenders. How many times Doc kicks the ball out in the full late in quarters, just when we might have a bit of momentum? How many times Cripper continues to try and just take the game on and get caught in trouble and then slaps the hand, continues. So I want to know what the club are going to do. I want to know how the club want to be perceived, because right now we are lagging. Okay, we are lagging and we are in a very, very precarious position. And really, that precarious position has nothing to do with us just playing finals football this year. On the back of last night's performance, and I couldn't really find really positives from a team point of view other than a couple of individual cameos. Fogarty was I thought was really good. And I thought Harry, at least he solved his problems from the week before. That was being a little bit more composed in front of the big sticks. But apart from that, really, from a team point of view, there was not really one positive to come out of that game. So the furthest thing from my mind at the moment is playing finals football based on what I saw last night. We are not passing Collingwood. We are not passing teams like St Kilda in any hurry. Okay, we are mid-table at best. Okay, but we need to now think about how we want to play out for the rest of the season. But what are we going to do? What do we need to do to improve based on what we saw last night? And frankly, okay, I don't know. Okay, because there's a combination of a lot of things, and it's a combination of a playing group which is all over the fucking shop. So there's so many question marks based again on last night, on our supposed youth, and they're no longer young. So we talk of the likes of Will Setterfield, high draft pick, SBS, high draft pick, David Cunningham, where is he? Matthew Kennedy, high draft pick, where is he? Lockie O'Brien, high draft pick, where is he? Paddy Dow, 2 quiet games in a row now after a solid pre-season. What's he doing? Tom Williamson, 2 ordinary games. what's happening with him. Even Fisher, okay, who you know, look, he's a smart little player. He's elusive at times, but he drifts in and out of the game. He's kicked 1 goal in 2 weeks. These are the guys who are supposed to have taken over and projected us forward, and right now we're seeing just inconsistencies. And then, okay, our experience is all over the joint as well. Okay, and I don't want to, throw any players under the bus, but we know who they are. And it started from the opening bounce. Levi, hit on the chest by a beautiful pass. I think it may have been from Zach Williams. What did he do? He goes back from 40 metres out. Did he kick the ball out in the full? This is systematic of Levi for 10 years at the football club, but we're still persevering with him. Because we're still persevering with him because we really haven't put anything in place, really, to have someone else take over. And frankly, it's just really, really ordinary. Teague is an interesting one, and he needs to be given more time, and maybe he needs to be given more support. He's got his battles. Because really, we are neither a physical team nor a skillful team, and that was based on last night. We were beaten, as he said, we were beaten at the contest and we were beaten at the spread, and convincingly too. And it's almost as if when we do score, it's on the back of some flukes. You know, a couple of miraculous goals by Michael Gibbons, who I thought was pretty good. There's never anything conventional about the way we play. Even our use of Adam Sard, and I know that might be a few teething problems, but the way we use him, you know, giving the ball to him on his wrong side, it's a worry, guys. So Teague often says, this is what Teague often says, and he said it before this game, we want to excite our fans. Okay, that's what we're there to do. We're there to excite our fans. And to me, that's purely fucking rhetoric. But I'm not feeling it. I don't feel at all excited by this group, other than a few flashing moments. And there's very little to get excited about right here, right now. And there's nothing even, for me, there's nothing even refreshing about this group. So all our supposed, as I mentioned before, our supposed young players, okay, don't appear to have any real go in them, other than, say, Sammy Walsh, who's an absolute freak. But I'm not really interested in that, David, anymore. I'm not interested in, as a supporter, being excited anymore. Because frankly, I'm not interested in seeing whatever you think is an attractive style of football. I just want us to be a professional and fucking functional football team. So I mentioned Levi's kick out in the full in the first quarter. I mentioned Doc consistently kicking the ball out in the full late in quarters. This is your captain. I mentioned Cripper getting himself into all sorts of trouble and slapping his hands in frustration. To me, Ed, who's playing on a wing in the first quarter, right in front of my nose on the southern stand wing, he looks like Ed, for all his fantastic cardiovascular endurance and gut running, to me, surely other people must notice it, not just me. And you've noticed it even more at the ground. To me, in the first quarters, Ed looks like he's just fucking run the Boston Marathon. He looks that tired. And he's lagging behind the plate. And then you have to actually get him off a wing and put him into the centre. Just because he's been exposed. Same with setters. So I'm not interested anymore, David, about exciting us fans. We just want to excite the fans. You're going to excite us by showing us a functional football team. A team that is capable of winning games of football. That is consistently starting well. And when you had momentum being able to score, okay, there was a period in that third quarter, once again, where we had all the play and we spent all our petrol tickets in 15 to 20 minutes of football for one solitary goal. That's been Carlton through and through. So spare us, please. Don't treat us like fools anymore, because we're over, okay? We're over being patronised, okay, with this excitement shit. And we love our fans. Don't give us that anymore. Show us what Collingwood were able to do last night. Show us what St Kilda have been able to do, okay, over a 2-year period. Because frankly, we are lagging, okay? We are lagging, and it's no longer even the laughing stock anymore. It's no longer about that, because we're seriously right on the point, okay? We're right on the point of going down the same path we did, okay, not that long ago. Okay, so there needs to be changes that need to be made. Look, congratulations to Collingwood. I'm just going to put it on the table. As I said, from a pure football point of view, I thought they were marvellous. I really did. Okay, just because they played football the right way as a team, and it's all about team football. It really is. You're not going to play finals football this year, guys, unless we're able to play as a team. Okay, as a team. And I'll say it one more time. We are neither physical, tough, aggressive, and we're not exciting, skillful. Okay, we're neither. We're just a combination of a fucking mess. And that's pretty hard to cop. And we think just bringing in Sard and Williams and just chuck them into a team which really doesn't have a lot of system is going to solve problems. And that showed up again last night. Sorry for being so negative. I'll be back early next week to do a preview of the Dockers game, which looms obviously is a really important game for us. Zipping 2 now. And don't forget the video over the next couple of days as well. We're going to put the votes out for the My Blue Heaven medal, which will be out pretty shortly as well. Thanks for your time. Yeah, it's a long year. It's going to be a long year. It's got to be strong and positive. Well, it's not so much being positive. It's just got to be strong and stick at it. See how we go. Catch ya.